Among foxes, echidnas, and hedgehogs, you probably missed some of the hidden details and references to classic video games in the second trailer of Sonic 3 the movie. But don't worry, because in this video, you'll get to know all of them. Don't get too distracted, and hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't end up more lost than a hedgehog in a bakery. Here you have 15 hidden details from the second trailer of the Sonic 3 the movie. Between Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles, it's clear that Sonic is the fastest, but Tails can reach a speed close to Sonic's thanks to his twin-tail propeller flight, specifically 768 miles per hour. In the movie, however, it seems this isn't quite the same as in the games, and Tails needs a rocket backpack to keep up with Sonic's pace. Meanwhile, Knuckles demonstrates one of his most unique abilities in video games in Sonic 3. He can dig with his fists and create holes to move quickly underground, a skill made famous by the game Sonic Adventure. The socks with letters that appear in the scene where Eggman discovers his grandfather in the living room refer to two first names. The G is the first letter of Gerald Robotnik, Eggman's grandfather. The I is the first letter of Dr. Eggman's real name, which is Ivo Robotnik. At the end of the trailer, Shadow is seen preparing a certain machine while Dr. Robotnik works with his music. The suit Eggman wears in this scene, and in some others in the trailer, is the same as the one the Doctor wears in almost all of the Sonic games, a long red coat with black pants. The Chaos Garden Cafe hides a character in different spots that references the Sonic Adventure games. These parrots aren't there by chance. In the games, they were used specifically to help Chao grow and increase their stats. Additionally, parrots have had a notable presence in the Sonic games, even being featured in a paper cutout recreation identical to this one in the mobile app Sonic Cafe. Ugly Sonic was the major misstep in the first Sonic movie, and its shadow continues to loom over every step Sega takes with the Hedgehog cinematic adaptations. Shadow could have fallen into that same trap, but the final result has greatly pleased fans, so much so that they've dared to shamelessly showcase a part of Shadow's body that could cause him the most embarrassment: his teeth. In Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers, the focus was on mocking Ugly Sonic's teeth as the main culprits of his terrible appearance. In Sonic 3, Sega and Paramount boldly included close-up shots showing only Shadow's teeth. While they do look a bit strange, they're far from what could have been the teeth of an ugly Shadow. In the scene where Sonic and his friends seek help from Tom and Maddie, Tom is seen wearing a suit with the title Donut Lord. Sonic gave him this nickname in the first movie, and Maddie ended up being called Pretzel Lady. This joke must have made a lasting impression on the protagonists because it now seems they've opened their own bakery, or at least developed a knack for baking pastries at home. When Shadow appears on screen with his motorcycle, the Dark Rider, you can spot a G on the license plate at the back. This letter refers to GUN, the military organization tasked with investigating and pursuing the world's most dangerous criminals. In this scene, Shadow is seen picking up a gun from the ground, a nod to the weapons he used in his original game, Shadow the Hedgehog. Although Sega confirmed that Shadow would no longer use guns in the video games, it seems that in the movies he does, albeit as a small homage to the game. One of the pivotal moments in Sonic Adventure 2 occurs when the Ark, created by Dr. Eggman's grandfather, destroys part of the moon as a warning that it can obliterate Earth. This moment has been recreated in the trailer, although the way the laser is fired and the Ark's design have been slightly modified for the movie adaptation. The relationship between Maria and Shadow is crucial to understanding the plot of Sonic 3, the movie. During their time on the Ark, Dr. Gerald Robotnik's granddaughter formed a deep bond with Shadow, and her death left a profound void in his existence. In one of the scenes from the trailer, Shadow is shown sitting with Maria on a green meadow. Technically, this scene is impossible because Shadow was never on Earth with Maria. What you're seeing might be a hallucination from Shadow's perspective, or perhaps the Ark's advanced technology is capable of recreating various biomes in space. This scene also appeared in the short animated series released by Sega on YouTube to celebrate the launch of Sonic X Shadow Generations. If there's one thing no Sonic fan should miss, it's the Chao Garden Cafe. This fictional spot is located in Tokyo, Japan, and is essentially a themed cafe with staff dressed as Chao and a menu full of Sonic-inspired treats. If you look closely at the decor, the arrangement of palm trees and the waterfall strongly resemble the Chao Garden from Sonic Adventure 2. In addition to nods to other Sega games like Samba de Amigo and Knights, one scene shows a child running around wearing a white shirt with a black Chao illustration. This character is called Dark Chao, first introduced in Sonic Adventure 2, where you could raise one by having a Chao interact with Shadow, Rogue, or Dr. Eggman. Sonic and Pokemon have nothing to do with each other, but that hasn't stopped Paramount from referencing Detective Pikachu, the first live-action Pokemon movie to hit cinemas worldwide in 2019. During the Chao Garden scene, a little girl mistakes Tails for Detective Pikachu.
Are you Detective Pikachu?
Perhaps because of his yellowish color and furry appearance. Knuckles, on top of that, takes the opportunity to make fun of Tails by saying he looks like a Pokemon and imitating the Pika Pika sound that Pikachu makes in Nintendo's animated series.
Pika Pika!
Pika? Pika!
There are three things that Sonic fans fully understand. Sonic loves hot dogs, Sonic doesn't like swimming, and Sonic 2006 is the worst game he's ever started. But that doesn't seem to be a problem for Sega, because the new Sonic movie wants to rescue the darkest chapter of his history through music. If you tune your ears a little, you'll notice that for most of the trailer, the bass song playing in the background is the same as the theme song for Sonic 2006, His World.
With Shadow's power, we can rule the...
Maybe it's just for this trailer, or maybe it's also used in the movie, but at least we hope Sonic doesn't have to kiss anyone this time. Sometimes, there's more than meets the eye when you observe close up. Like, for example, in this one of Sonic here, if you pay attention to his eyes, you can see the reflection of some bright colors. These 7 colors match those of the Chaos Emeralds, the power source Sonic uses to transform into Super Sonic. In this shot, it appears that Sonic does not have them with him, but that Shadow is using them to become Super Shadow. So, this scene looks like it'll be one of the highlights of the film. Sonic 3 is going to be this year's Christmas movie, and that's very clear with the last scene of the new trailer. It seems that Gerald wants to make up for all the lost time with his grandson and decides to dress up as Santa Claus to surprise him with some Christmas presents. But what he didn't know is that during this time, his grandson had been the Grinch in another film, and that the Grinch hates Christmas and Santa Claus with all his heart. As if the Detective Pikachu reference wasn't enough, the new Sonic movie hasn't forgotten about Jim Carrey's old role and even dresses him in green to remind him of when he was about to destroy Christmas. Agent Stone is living his redemption arc through these 3 Sonic films. Although he had the privilege of cutting off Robotnik's hair that he grew for a year and a half, things don't end well between the two of them when Grandpa gets into the scene, and having the destruction of the Earth as a plan doesn't sound very good even if he's on the bad guy's team. During the trailer, he appears accompanying the Robotniks and Shadow in London, but then he's not with them at the Ark Station. Where is he? On Earth, watching the station wreak havoc with the Eclipse cannon. Don't let the end of the world catch you before checking out these Easter egg videos right here, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, even if it is the last thing you do. Thanks for watching, see you next time!